If we go down, then we go down together. We'll get away with everything. We'll show them we
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a bikini prep grocery haul. I have a few things that I need for the week at home, but there's a few extra things that I need to pick up today. So I am home from college for the summer, and I thought I would start off by showing you guys what I make on a daily basis, especially when I have my own kitchen and stuff like that. So I'm going to go into Kroger and get some stuff, and I will show you guys when I get home what I get, and I'll show you a couple meals today too using what I got. And I also thought I would answer some questions in this video. Instead of doing a separate Q&A, I thought I would just combine them. So this will be a health and fitness Q&A plus a grocery haul. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And yes, my hat does say LIT. It is from a local boutique, so I don't know where you can get it, but I will link it down below if I can find it. But I'm going to go ahead and answer a couple questions off Instagram before I go into the grocery store, because I'll have things that need to be refrigerated, and I feel like filming in the car today instead of filming at home, so we're gonna do that. Okay, so the first question is, do I crave anything on prep that is not on my meal plan? And yes, absolutely. I crave the weirdest things that I usually don't crave. Like, I've gotten cravings for donuts and Cheetos and Chick-fil-A, which I never crave, but the difference is on prep, I might think of those things, but it's not like, oh my gosh, I have to go get it now. Like, I'm so set on my goal that no matter how hungry I feel, or no matter how bored I am of egg whites, or how tired I am, I'm like, okay, that's what it takes to reach my goal. When I'm not on prep, I think there is absolutely nothing wrong with giving into your cravings once in a while and actually having, like, foods that don't even fit your macros. Like, it is totally healthy to do that once in a while if you are not on competition prep. Now, bodybuilding is an extreme sport. You have to be to the gram with your food. So right now, I can't give into those cravings. But yes, I do crave things that are not on my meal plan. I do follow a meal plan with a flexible approach. So I will fit healthy things in here and there, but my macros aren't large enough to where I can just go fit in a pint of ice cream or like a burger to fit my macros. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. So I follow a very clean eating approach with maybe a few fun diet things here and there to kind of switch it up, but mainly it's a very clean meal plan. Next question is, what is the one beauty/fashion mistake from when you were growing up that you regret the most? I've had a lot that I look back at pictures and I'm like, what was I thinking? I definitely remember leaving the house with like bright blue and green eyeshadow and thinking I was so cool, like following like Jaclyn Hill, very artistic makeup tutorials. And I would leave the house like that and think I was so cool. Thank goodness my mom let me experiment, but she let me know when it was a little much. And as far as fashion, I was always very adventurous with fashion. Like, I would try whatever. I can't really think of anything that I regret, but I definitely had some weird outfits growing up. Next question is, if you could give one piece of advice to anyone who is just starting her fitness journey, what would it be? Now, I saw this question earlier and it really got me thinking because I have so many tips, but I think my one tip to kind of encompass everything would be just to start. Like, don't focus on how far you have to go or all the food you have to cut out or all the workouts you have to do. Just start. Like, make simple changes every single day and they will add up and they will become habits. Like, I have had my ups and downs in my fitness journey. I started, you know, from a very, very unhealthily skinny to feeling like I was just stuck in a rut. You know, like, I have gone through it all with fitness, and I understand what it feels like to not be comfortable with your body because you're, you feel like you're too heavy or you're too thin. Like, I understand what it feels like. So you just have to focus on today. If it's cutting out soda today, great. And then if it's cutting out, McDonald's, and then if it's just going for a run if you don't have access to a gym. Like, just do little things that will add up, and then over time they'll become habits, and you'll become more happy with how you're feeling because you're treating your body well, and it'll just spark this kind of like continuum, and you'll start loving it, and you'll start wanting to get into it more. Don't worry about starting counting your macros. Don't worry about like making a perfect workout split. Like, it takes time to get to that advanced level, and I still don't feel like I'm advanced. I feel like I'm, you know, experienced, and I've definitely been on a journey, but I'm nowhere near like an advanced macro counter athlete. Like, I love fitness, and it has become a passion of mine because I started off slow, and I let myself take a break when I need to. Like, don't be so hard on yourself. That's another thing. Don't be so hard on yourself. It takes time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And you will get to your goal if you just keep on trucking. Where does your motivation come from / what motivates you? I love working out, but I often can't get motivated to get to the gym. Now, this question, like, I was thinking about it too. I understand not feeling motivated, but I don't think not feeling motivated is an excuse not to go to the gym. And that might sound harsh, and I don't mean that in a mean way, because I don't feel motivated every day. For example, yesterday I was in a terrible mood. I was tired, and I was just playing these like pity games with myself. Like, why am I making myself go? Like, poor me. Like, I could be sleeping or this or that. And I just felt terrible. And I started thinking to myself, and I was like, do I really need a rest day, or am I just being emotional and not wanting to go to the gym? And it was honestly one of those days where I was just being emotional and did not want to go. And I said, well, if you weren't on prep, okay, give yourself a rest day. But you are on prep, you are 7 weeks out, and you want to bring your best package to the stage. So you better get your butt to the gym and do it anyway, and stop making excuses. And that's what I told myself, and I did it, and I pushed through it, and I didn't enjoy it. But when I was done, I was proud of myself that I did it. And I think that's a big thing, is realizing what you'll feel like afterwards. And kind of separating that emotional reaction to, I have to work out, and switch it to, I get to work out. I get to give my body that opportunity to feel amazing. And you just have to switch your mindset and look at all the positives, and you'll start wanting to go because you feel better. Even advanced athletes, they're not motivated every day, but they're determined to reach their goal, and that's what gets them going. And of course, some people have more internal motivation than others. Some people have a lot of external motivation because they want to look good for their wedding day, or they want other people to like them. That's external motivation. Internal motivation is you're just simply doing it for yourself, and you're just internally motivated. There's nothing outside that's influencing your motivation. But if you do need some more motivation, I think listening to motivational talks, watching motivational YouTubers, that helps me a lot. And journaling my goals and where I feel like I need to improve. And then I read it and I'm like, wow, I really need to improve in this area. And it motivates me to get better. So those are just some tips, but ultimately it comes down to just making yourself go and creating that habit. So I'm going to answer some other questions I got, like in DMs. So next question is, what are my favorite macro-friendly foods or things that help plain foods taste better? So macro-friendly foods are obviously going to be like vegetables, any kind of like lean protein, complex carbs. Those are all macro-friendly foods because they're very unprocessed. But things to make plain foods taste better, definitely hot sauce, reduced sugar ketchup, mustard. Those are all my go-tos. Like, I use a ton of condiments, but I just like make sure I keep it consistent and make sure I'm using things that don't have too many ingredients. But I do love my Walden Farms calorie-free pancake syrup. I know it's full of chemicals, but it's like one of the only like really processed things that I use, and I just use a drizzle, and I don't even use it like every single day. I like to put it on oats, or if I make protein pancakes, I use that. And it's just finding things, finding that balance between super clean foods and then having these like more chemical indulgences that help you stay on track with your macros. Now, if you're not counting macros and if you're not trying to change your physique, obviously using like honey and like real maple syrup is probably the healthier version. but those do contain a lot of sugar and calories, and they do add up. So for someone on contest prep, you just simply can't have those things. They just take up way too much carbs for not even filling you up. So calorie-free maple syrup, I use Walden Farms, just plain mustard, spicy mustard, reduced sugar ketchup, and hot sauce. Those are probably my go-tos. And then salt-free seasonings like Mrs. Dash. I know Flavor Gods makes them. I think they're kind of expensive, so I just use Mrs. Dash salt-free, and then I add my own sea salt, and that makes all my food taste really good to me, and that's what I stick to. Next question is, what is my favorite brand for workout clothing? Definitely Gymshark and Lululemon. I also really like some of Nike's things. I like their shoes a lot, but definitely for leggings, Gymshark and Lululemon, they fit the best. And Gymshark is definitely a lot more affordable than Lulu, so I tend to buy more Gymshark. And yeah, those are probably my two favorites. I think they fit really well, and they both have really unique colors and styles. Next question is HIIT or LISS cardio. So people get this question, people in the fitness industry get this question a lot. So HIIT cardio is high intensity interval training. LISS is low intensity steady state. So for HIIT, you are going to go all out for an interval and then rest, and then go all out like max heart rate and then rest and recover. HIIT might be 15 to 20 minutes, where LISS cardio is low intensity steady state. It's probably going to be 30, 45 minutes, and you're just going at one steady interval. You're still burning calories, but you're not getting your heart rate up as high. You're probably not as out of breath. And they both have their time and place. Some people say that HIIT helps retain more muscle because you're using more short twitch muscle fibers, but it's also way more taxing on your central nervous system. So, for example, after doing a heavy leg day, I don't have it in me to go do sprints, so I will do low intensity steady state. And it's also very hard to do HIIT on a fasted stomach, personally, because it takes so much energy. So fasted cardio, I do low intensity steady state or moderate intensity steady state, so it's just a little bit higher than LISS. But yeah, you have to find what works for you. Do your research. I'll link a couple of videos down below explaining the scientific difference, because I don't think I can explain it properly in one short answer, but there's definitely a time and place for both, and I incorporate both, if that answers your question. So that is it for the questions for this video. I'll answer more in my next video, but I'm going to go in and get some groceries because it's getting really hot in the car, and I'll show you guys what I get when I get home. So I found this Vitamin Water Zero Pineapple Coconut, and I thought this would be really good to do apple cider vinegar shots with. So yeah, it looks good. It's a new flavor, so yum. Now that we've got all our basics, like vegetables and water and avocado, we're gonna go get some Halo Top for Saturday. Saturday is my refeed, and I get about 50 extra carbs, so I'm definitely gonna have some Halo Top. Let's see which one I get. Let's see. They're out. I found it.
Like every night.
Okay mask on part of my face, so I look kind of ratchet right now. And I have my hair in a bun because that's how I like get loose curls without curling it. I dry it and then I put it in a little twisty bun. But anyway, I look like this and I'm vlogging because my competition bikini just came in and I wasn't expecting it till Monday, but I got here early. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it. I actually came downstairs to make my third meal of the day because I've been studying and I lost track of time. So, I was gonna make that and show you guys what it is, but I think seeing my competition suit would be a lot more exciting. And my camera's also charging, so I'm gonna film this on my phone, but I'll get a better close-up of like the crystals later. But I'm gonna stop talking and open it.
Go down, then we go down together. We'll get away with everything. We'll show them we are better.
Ah, this is my robe for backstage. So exciting. Oh my gosh, guys, it comes in this cute little bag. And I did get a set of competition jewelry because I used Kara Corey's code, so that is a nice surprise that I won't have to buy separately. Oh my gosh, they even put a free crop top in here, so that is amazing. Thank you, girls. Oh my. Oh my gosh. You guys, this is so beautiful. So this is the purple sequin with sapphire AB crystals and light amethyst AB crystal with AB trim. So yeah, I'll put in the description the details of my suit in case you're wondering. I'm not gonna try it on for you guys today, but I will show you guys in a later vlog. But it's absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited.
We'll show them we are better. I hate you, I